Welcome everybody to HeadKick Audio episode number 68. That is how far we are in this mother flower. Alright, so check it out. In the intro, depending on where you're listening or watching, you got By the Gods and Cutthroat Gorgeous in the intro. And of course, in the outro, it is always By the Gods. Go check them out. At By the Gods, I believe, is their handle. All the handles throughout the show will be put out at the bottom of the fucking screen and instead of trying to figure out where in the middle of the episode they go. And then of course, Cutthroat Gorgeous at CTG_official or at Cutthroat Gorgeous, whatever. They'll be there. And then can't forget the show sponsor, HKA USA, right here. Bam, I got it everywhere. For real, I got it everywhere. Make sure you check them out. Their tags are at HKA_USA for Twitter, and I believe it's the __ for Instagram. So at HKA_USA. All right, and then of course, bam, check it out. Combat Sports with Rhino podcast right there. Rhino and Dre doing it up every week. Interviews and shit is cool. So always repping them. And then check it out. So my boy Dave Fretz, okay, he designed the box for the new bobblehead that just came out for Daniel Cormier, former two-division champion in the UFC, former light heavyweight and heavyweight title holder, and he defended both as well. So that's some cool shit. Go check out Dave Fretz. That's awesome. Okay, so I am going to do the show a little bit differently, okay, because there's some fights that I was really keen on, and there was some fights that I missed, and then there was some fights that hold a lot of significance. I didn't even know it. Okay, I don't know how I made that work, but I did. Alright, so check it out. I didn't catch either CFFC card, and that's my bad. That's 100% my bad. So I have to go back and watch them. I'll probably throw some tweets out about it. I know that Miles was on one of the cards, and who was on the other card? Well, give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, and let's see. Trujillo. Okay, so I'll rewatch those cards and I'll put out some tweets about it. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. It's my bad. But LFA 94, Demopoulos versus Godinez. I don't know why it says Gomez. This fucking site, I'm telling you, they do some funny shit. And then of course UFC Vegas 12. I got so much to say, and that's why I'm doing the show a little bit differently. Okay, that was Hall versus Silva. Okay, that's Anderson Silva and Uriah Hall, in case y'all didn't know. So let's go ahead and start with LFA 94 Demopoulos versus Godinez. All right, did they really have it? Yeah, they really had it as Gomez, and I fucking, of course, I just read it like a fucking moron. Okay, I am, and that's okay. So there was some good fights on this card. Okay, and then of course, like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and run through them. Jalen Fuller defeated Miles Amos via front choke in round number 3. Ozzy Diaz defeated Logan Woods via TKO in round number 1. Fernie Garcia got the split decision win over Ryan Hayes. Chase Gibson defeated Ty Clark via technical submission. That means he went to sleep and was unable to tap via darts choke. Aaron McKenzie defeated Joe Giannetti via unanimous decision, 30-27 across the board. So that is 2 fights in a row for Giannetti that he has gone to the scorecards and it's been lopsided. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm glad that didn't fall. But maybe we gotta, rethink our game plan, because I know that he's a very, very good grappler and submission specialist, okay, but this is no good, okay. And then of course in the main event you had inaugural strawweight champion Vanessa Little Monster Demopoulos taking on Lupita Godinez. Okay, this is for the strawweight title. Demopoulos looking to defend for the first time, being one of, I think, 3 fighters in LFA women's MMA history to defend their belt before they go on to the UFC. And things did not go well for Demopoulos. Now, Lupita Godinez is a monster in her own right. Back in her amateur career, she had 2 fights with Sam Hughes, who we all know how I feel about Sam Hughes. She had a unanimous decision and a draw in her fights with Sam Hughes. And look, this fight, excuse me, this fight was a banger. Okay, Vanessa Demopoulos does what she does, which is take a beating and not give up. That girl has some serious heart. That was insane. And she started to come back in the later rounds and put it on Godinez. It was a good fight. It wasn't as back and forth until the later rounds, but the champ, or the former champ now, really showed that, you know, she was never out of the fight, and she wanted to try and find a way to win. And that's kind of her MO when she, you know, gets into a fight. When she climbs into the cage, obviously she knows she's going to get hurt, but you know, she takes it on to a whole nother level with her heart and stuff. So that was pretty cool to see. But Godinez a little bit too much here, taking a majority decision. I don't understand the majority decision. I had Godinez running away with it in the first 3 rounds, and then of course Demopoulos came back in the later rounds. But I think there was too little too late, in my opinion, for Demopoulos to make anything happen. So I had it unanimous. I had Lupita winning at least 3 of the 4 rounds, one being at 10-8. Okay, especially with the loose scoring that they're going with. So that's how I fucking called it. It doesn't matter. The right girl wins here. Lupita Godinez, in her interview with Pat Miletich, she was asked about fighting Sam Hughes again before she moved on to the UFC, and she says no. She just wants to go to the UFC. Now, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, I think you get the LFA title. Usually, the next step is the UFC. So I can't really, you know, I can't really disagree with her there. Although I do feel that Sam Hughes now, as opposed to Sam Hughes then, it's a tougher fight. It's a tougher fight for sure. And I think, you know, she's probably smart saying, no, I just want to go to the UFC, because Sam definitely has the tools to beat her. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. I'm saying that because, you know, both girls are tough. Both girls can strike. Both girls can wrestle. But I think Godinez is playing her cards right here, because the ultimate goal is to make it to the UFC and, you know, become a champion there. So I think she put the right cards out on the table, saying that she just wants to go straight to the UFC. I can't argue with her, and I can't deny her that. She earned it. Okay? So if that is the case and she goes straight into the UFC, hopefully it's not for a bit, because she just went through a war, and, you know, we see her fight somebody in a couple months, let her recover. So what do you do with that strawweight title in the meantime? I'm telling you right fucking now, okay? Here's what I would do, okay? Yes, Demopoulos is riding a 2-fight skid. I get it. She's riding a 2-fight skid. But she was the champ, therefore she's got to be number 1, right? And then right under her, or, you know, 1 and 2, her and Sam Hughes, do the fucking rematch. Do the fucking rematch for the vacant title if Lupita does go on to the UFC, and let's see how that fight plays out. Let's give Demopoulos a bit to recover, so maybe Sam will take another fight in the meantime, or maybe she goes straight to the UFC. I don't fucking know. Her last performance was incredible. But you see why I switched up the show here? You see why? Because I'm talking so much about the main event, because that's what everybody wants to hear about. They want to hear about these main events, and I think I spend a little bit too much time on the undercards. Okay? Especially when you get to the main event of it, like a, you know, an LFA or a UFC card, and they only get like a couple minutes, and I just, sometimes the main events deserve more. So I'm switching it up here. So that's what I do. Okay? If Sam doesn't go to the UFC or the Contender Series, I say have her and Demopoulos battle it out for the strawweight title again. It'll be a rematch. It'll be huge for LFA. And that's just my 2 cents, and I will move the fuck on. Okay, so Demopoulos versus Godinez has a new LFA strawweight champion in Loopy. And you can go to my YouTube channel, which you're watching it, so you're already here. But if you're listening, go to my YouTube channel. Just type in HeadKick Audio, HeadKick one word, all right? And then you can find my interview that I did with Lupita Godinez before her title fight. And I will say that I did get a chance to talk to her a little bit before the fight, off record. And, you know, she said some things that really didn't transpire in the fight. But overall, like, I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed. And, you know, she shows that she's a force to be reckoned with. LFA, UFC, it don't matter. She's bad. She's bad. Okay? So let's talk about UFC Vegas 12, because I got a lot of shit to say. So, in the opener, Okay, we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way to the top, and we're gonna make a pit stop right in the middle. Okay, and y'all know why. If you're watching my show, if you're listening to my show, and you know me at all, you know why we're fucking stopping. Okay. Now, before we get started, I'm gonna do a thing. Okay, we had a Halloween party, and somebody brought a fucking White Claw. Okay, now I don't know what the fuck these things are, but I remember there was a shortage not too long ago, and all the white people went crazy. So I'm gonna get white girl wasted right now. I am going to try this during my show, and you can hear it. That is loud. You can really hear it. It smells like flavored water, is what it smells like. I feel like I'm doing a, what do you call it? A taste test video. That's what it feels like I'm doing. Just peep the mug, okay? HK USA. It's good stuff. Alright, so let's dive in. Oh. Oh, that's disgusting. That is fucking gross. I'm gonna drink it though. I already fucking opened the dang thing. I have a backup drink just in case I really can't stomach this. But it's a mango flavored. I'm not really a big fan of mango. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one, guys. But you're going on a ride with me. If you have a White Claw in your fridge, you should drink one with me. Cheers. I'm really doing it. Oh. Okay. So what is the percentage here, though? 3 carbs. I don't care about the carbs. How much alcohol? Are these things alcoholic? Are they? I don't know. White Claw, beer. 170 calories. Hey, you shut up. I thought these had alcohol in them. Alcohol is the second fucking ingredient, but you're not telling me how much. I'm spending a lot of time. 5% alcohol, so it's basically a beer. Sorry, the letters are all holographic and shit. Back to the show. Now that we got that out of the way, back to the show. Alright, so there were some important fights on this card. Okay, some important fights to me and Arizona MMA. Shut up. You're so loud. Sorry, my notifications are going nuts. And I turned down the phone, but I didn't turn down the computer. So if you heard that, apologies. Okay, you had some Dana White Contender Series alum compete on this card. You had a couple short notice opponents take the fights, and it did not go their way. You had fighters returning off of long layoffs. You had a legend, you know what I mean? Okay, anyway, just all kinds of shit going on in this card. So let's try and get through it as fast as possible. Let's see how we're doing on time. We are doing not so well on time. Holy shit. Alright. So, Miles Johns defeats Kevin Natividad via knockout in round number 3. Now, I interviewed Natividad before his fight. I wrote an article about him and his brother Christian Natividad. I called it the Knockout Brothers, or the TKO Bros, however you want to spin it. I was really inspired by these two. They competed on the same LFA card right before Natividad got the call to the UFC. And, you know, if you haven't, it's the pinned tweet at my Twitter account. Please read that article, and feedback is welcome. If you think I suck, let me know. If you think I'm great, let me know. So, John's getting a knockout pretty viciously, and he didn't follow up, so props to him. Congratulations. I believe he netted a $50K bonus as well. Dustin Jacoby defeated Dustin Jacoby defeated Justin Ledet via TKO in round number 1 with punches. Good to see Jacoby get back into the UFC, and for the first time, a UFC winner. Jason Witt defeated Cole Williams via arm triangle choke in round number 2. Jason Witt, the Vanilla Gorilla. You can tell by his appearance he takes that nickname seriously. Not that he does anything different with his appearance, but the nickname fits. The dude is a beast. Okay? I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. Sounds like I was talking shit. I wasn't. Jason Witt's a beast. Okay, Cole Williams came in heavy. What made him pay? It was awesome. He also lost 40% of his purse, which is dope. I think if fighters miss weight, they should probably forfeit more, but who am I? Sean Strickland defeated Jack! Sorry, I know. I forgot to look away when I said it because, Jack! I'm going to give you a chance to win this fight right here. Meet me in the middle. Come on, Jack! Like, I don't know why. The fight wasn't that great. Okay, it wasn't that great, but that made this fight awesome. Okay, it's not like it was a fucking back and forth war. I mean, it was a decent fight. Okay, it was a decent fight. Sean Strickland was pretty in control of the whole fucking thing, coming off of, I think, a 2-year layoff from a motorcycle accident. So, glad he healed up, okay? But goddamn, if that didn't fucking get me fired up. Come on, Jack! I have a microphone right here. That's why I'm yelling that way, okay? Anyway, I don't know how it's going to affect the audio for the video, but that'll be interesting. Awesome. Now, we're going to fucking park it right here because Adrian Yanez, he is a friend of mine. He has been with my show basically since the fucking beginning. And, you know, he fought for LFA and beat Kyle Estrada, who's another good buddy of mine. Well, not good buddy of mine, but I like Kyle Estrada. I've had him on the show. We're not as good of friends as me and Yanez, but Kyle, you know, he's also a stud. Okay, Yanez fought him. He fought on the Contender Series. Got one of the fastest, if not the fastest, knockout in Dana White Contender Series history. And then makes his UFC debut. He was supposed to fight Aaron Phillips, but Aaron Phillips either got hurt or caught COVID. I can't remember which one. Hopefully, you know, he's on the mend. But you know, Victor Rodriguez, 7-1 before this fight, I believe, with all knockouts. And he looked very small, so I think he might even compete at flyweight. Anyways, he took this fight on short notice, steps in on like a week to face Yanez, which is a very tall task. But look, both guys have really good hands. Both guys finish with strikes more often than not. So this was a dangerous fight for both of them. Yanez had everything to lose, and I believe Victor Rodriguez didn't have anything to lose. And you could really see Victor Rodriguez kind of fighting that way. Really stoked, because I didn't think he looked bad. He did get caught, and we'll get to that in a second. But I'd be very interested to see Victor Rodriguez on a full camp, and probably at 125 pounds, because he came in at 133 pounds. So he probably belongs at flyweight. So I'm really interested to see him compete again. But here's what Yanez does, okay? He comes in smooth as all hell. Okay, yes, I'm going to stroke the balls. Okay, he comes in just calm, cool, and collected. He even gets tagged with some fucking, some big punches. And just, you know, rolls with it, kind of shrugs his shoulders. All right, I'm in a fight. And just, I mean, and then he puts together a combination and ends it with a head kick. If that's not the biggest shout out to your boy over here at HeadKick Audio, I don't know what is. Okay, look, I'm super stoked for Adrian Yanez, and I couldn't be happier. And he messaged me, you know, just before he jumps in the cage, and we're gonna have him on the show again. You know, and that's per his request. I didn't say, hey man, after your win, after you get that W, fucking hit up your boy. No, he messaged me saying that he wanted to come on the show again, and that's tight. That's tight. That is my boy. You will never see me pick against him. You will never see me root for his opposition as hard as I root for him. So it's not happening. So get the fuck over it. Okay? Yanez is my guy. He's our guy, and that's it. We're done. Okay? Head kick knockout in his UFC debut, a first round finish, and a $50K bonus. Okay? And a $50K bonus. So fucking happy for this guy. I'm sorry if the audio is a little loud because I'm fucking fired up. Let's drink some more of this crap, shall we? Okay. Adrian Yanez. Good deal. And then Alexander Hernandez returns to form. Yeah, I said Hernandez because I'm white. Okay. He defeats Chris Grutzmacher via TKO in round number 1. Flawless fucking performance. Okay. Say what you want about the guy. You don't have to fucking like him, but that was a pretty ass fucking fight. I know that Chris was coming off a pretty long layoff, but that was a thing of fucking beauty. And, you know, if he fights like that, we might see the Hernandez that everybody thought he was going to be. Okay, and if you didn't think that way, I don't know, Starch and fucking, what's his nuts? Damn. Beneil Dariush, there you go. The way he did in his UFC debut. But, you know, again, he was the guy with nothing to lose. Okay, he was the guy with nothing to lose. But, you know, then he fucking ran into, I forget who he fought after that, but then Donald Cerrone really, really fucking put it to him. So, Thiago Moises defeats Bobby Green via unanimous decision. Bobby Green won that fight. You cannot change my mind. I will not even put up the meme, change my mind, because you can't. Bobby Green won that fight. Moving on. Kevin Holland defeated Charlie Ontiveros via verbal submission in the first round. They were up against the cage, and Holland took him down, and there was a bit of a slam, and I guess Ontiveros heard or felt something in his neck. Excuse me. And, you know, Holland didn't jump on it. You know what I mean? He had the guy hurt. He had the guy saying, "Ow, my neck, my neck." And he just kind of stayed there, kind of waiting, you know, letting it play out. Okay? And cool. Okay? Because who knows what the fuck. Apparently, he's fine. Okay? Ontiveros is fine. And it was really cool to see him, you know, jump up in weight on very short notice and kind of save the fight. Okay? But doesn't even compete. He competes at welterweight. You know, he weighed in light. He came in, saved the fucking fight. But, you know, it kind of backfires and he gets injured yet again. So hopefully he's on the mend and he can make his return to his rightful division at welterweight. You know, as fast as possible. You know what I mean? I bet this is leaving a little bit of a bad taste in his mouth. And, you know, props to Kevin Holland for not really, you know, jumping on the guy and hurting him a little bit more than, you know, he could have. And Holland, I mean, wow. 4-0 in 2020. Fucking kudos to that guy. He needs a big fight, ladies and gentlemen. And he wants to fight this month. He wants to fight this month. Somebody get this man a good fight. Greg Hardy defeated Maurice Green via TKO in round number 2. Okay. Bryce Mitchell defeated Andre Fili via unanimous decision. A couple 30-27s and a 29-28. I mean, you know, hey, 30-27 if you're liberal, 29-28 if you're not. I think that Philly probably did enough in, I think it was round 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was round 2. I watched the fight, okay. This isn't one of those that I didn't watch. I just can't remember the round that Philly did better in. But look, Bryce Mitchell, phenomenal. And he broke his hand, so he couldn't really, you know, do a whole lot. I mean, he was still throwing and he was still getting his takedowns, kind of reminiscent of Khabib. Very, very Khabib-like performance. Now, I know. I'm comparing Bryce Mitchell to probably the greatest lightweight of all time. Yeah, I just did. Get the fuck over it. I'm just talking about the performance. I'm not saying he's Khabib, so fucking calm your tits. Alright? And in the main event, Uriah Hall defeats Anderson Silva via 4th round TKO, which was my original pick. Okay, that was my original pick, and I switched it at the very last minute. I literally had Hall TKO round 4. But I'm like, fuck. This is Silva's last fight, man. Or could be, potentially, right? And how do you fucking pick against him in his potentially last fight? Like, I just couldn't bring myself to do it, even though, like, literally, like, everything said Hall's going to win in round 4. Everything told me Hall was going to win in round 4. And, nope. Can't do it. So I picked Silva, and, you know, hey, it is what it is. But who didn't pick Silva, right? There's probably guys out there like, you're a fucking amateur. Well, I fucking might be. What is this? Oh, it must be something on the camera. Okay. Anyway, so performance bonuses, Holland, Yanez, Johns, and I think there was one more. I can't remember who the other one was. And I believe Hall Silva got fight of the night if you know, I read that correctly. I'm not 100% sure on the bonuses, but it doesn't matter. The winners that won the bonuses got paid. The ones that didn't win the bonuses didn't get paid as much. Okay, so look, I'm fired up. And how well am I doing on time? Fantastic. What do you guys want to I'm just kidding. There's nobody like in the same fucking room. I'm actually home alone right now. So I could pretty much do whatever I want. But I'm waiting for the wife to get home so we can set up our brand new TV. I bought a 75-inch. Just, because I'm tired of watching MMA on a little 50. I think my dogs are barking. Yeah, they're barking. Okay, and real quick, since I have the time, today is November 2nd. Shut up, dogs! Sorry for your ear holes. Okay, today, currently, while I'm recording the podcast, it is November 2nd. 10 years ago, I started dating my wife. Okay, today is our 10-year anniversary of us being a couple, and then in 17 days, it'll be 9 years of us being a married couple. So I would just like to tell my wife, I love you, happy 10-year anniversary, and you gotta fucking help me decide what you want to do for it. Because, me and decisions. Right? Right? I'm gonna drink this shit. It really is bad. Like, people were rioting, or not rioting, but bitching that whatever. I mean, it's cold at least. It's cold. Anyway, so happy anniversary to my beloved wife, who owns and is like the main deal with Imbued Photography, who does all of my videos. She used to help me with my artwork, but since I've learned a little bit, I'm not great at it, but I get by, right? So I do most of that now, but she's the one that does all my interviews. She's the one that does all my show episodes. So big shout out to her. So if you need like videos edited or photos or anything like that, hit up at Imbued Photography. It's good stuff. Imbued Photography and Design. I'm sorry. Imbued Photography and Design. So I ran through this pretty quick, but like I said, there was some things that I wanted to make sure got the... Oh, okay. Sorry. I wanted to make sure that I touch on the things that were really fucking important, and I didn't even really touch on the fucking main event. Okay, sorry. Jesus fucking Christ, you space case. Have another White Claw, you fucking idiot. Anderson Silva. Most people would consider him the greatest of all time. Okay. Now, if you're counting juicers or failed drug tests, he's next. Okay, him and John Jones have both failed drug tests, right? But Anderson Silva, for what he has done for the sport. Adrian Yanez was telling me that making his UFC debut was a dream of his, and fighting on the same card as the legend Anderson Silva was also a dream of his. He got to do both while netting a head kick knockout. Head kick. Okay. 50 G's. But the significance of Anderson Silva, it means a lot to fighters. Period. It means a lot to fans. Period. Whether you enjoyed his championship run or cheering for him, just wanted to see him lose. I remember going to my father-in-law's house. Every time Anderson Silva had a fight, we bought the pay-per-view. I mean, we bought them all anyway. But we made sure, because my father-in-law said this guy always fucking plays with people and I want to see him get his ass knocked out. He was one of those guys. I was, kind of in between, because Anderson Silva, dude, is fucking one of the baddest dudes on the planet. He's got fucking more championships than I can count. I mean, what more can you say about Anderson Silva? If this was his last one, cheers, dude. That was a hell of a career, and you literally inspired multiple generations, my man. Multiple. Okay, and then Uriah Hall coming out with the victory. He came in ranked number 10. Okay, I'm not really sure what his number is going to be. Today, because today's Monday, I think. But, kudos to Uriah Hall, not letting the mental side of facing your idol deter him from getting the W. Like, that's some pretty cool shit, because I know that that's something that Uriah Hall tends to do to himself, right? He'll get inside his own head, and then he doesn't perform how he normally performs. And you could see it, like, a little bit, but then he started getting comfortable and throwing some spinning shit, and, like, it was just a beautiful fight. And then afterwards, like, the respect between both guys, just fucking awesome to see. That's all anybody could ever want in this sport, is two guys literally going there, ready to kill each other, and then afterwards, it's like, respect. Fucking love that shit. So, it got, like, the fucking mood kind of, like, toned down when you talk about Anderson Silva possibly retiring. He didn't take his gloves off, and he may or may not have a fight left in his contract. Dana White says he absolutely should not fight again, but it's not like he got absolutely blasted by Hall or Adesanya, or, you know what I mean? He fucking got caught. He got caught. It happens. It happened to him against Weidman. The fucking freak leg injury too. And then the thing against Cannonier, like, dude, he's fucking 45. Maybe give him somebody closer to his age. Yo Mayo. I'm not saying it's a bad fight, but they're both old. The more you drink it, the less shitty it tastes. Maybe that's their thing. I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I'm like 3/4 through the cup. I'm not feeling anything because it's like a beer, and there's still a whole lot left. But what a strange note to end the show on. Like, that was kind of sad. That was kind of sad. I don't know what to say. I know what to say. Here, we'll get shit fucking pumped up right here. These fucking poor audio guys. These guys that listen to the audio side are just, oh. I just interviewed the headhunter, Courtney Cameron. Okay, she's going to be fighting for Sparta. It's a kickboxing title fight, November 7th. So go to SpartaSE.com, I believe, to go check out her fight. And she's got so much on her freaking plate right now that she can't share. It's ridiculous. I could share it, but I'm not that kind of guy. She told me in confidence, I'm going to be the guy that doesn't fucking open up his big mouth. But she got a whole lot of shit going on, and I'm super fucking pumped. So, once she wins her title, this Saturday, November 7th, we'll reconnect with her, and you can get part 2 of the interview, because I do feel that there is a part 2 that needs to happen. So go check that out. And then, of course, look, all my fucking interviews that are on my page, it's ridiculous. Miranda Maverick is a recent one. She just picked up a TKO victory in her debut. Okay, I don't even know how many Yanez interviews I have, and I got another one coming. Okay, I just did an interview with, of course now I'm drawing a blank. All these fucking interviews, you fucking moron. Anyways, go check out the show sponsor, HeadKick USA, and if you guys want to purchase any of their gear, or you want to get custom gear made for you, a friend, a gym, I mean, look, the holidays are right around the corner. Go to HKAUSA.com and use my promo code HKAAudio at checkout to get 10% off of your entire order. That sounded pretty fucking legit. I'm getting better at that. Okay, and then of course, Peep Combat Sports with Rhino. Tags will be at the bottom for all these guys. Okay, Dave Fretz with his fucking huge fucking deal with that fucking bobblehead with DC. And then of course, in the fucking intros and outros, Cutthroat Gorgeous and By the Gods. I went over again, but it doesn't fucking matter, because if you've gotten this far, you know. Until next time.